Day 15. What is log retention in Kafka? Kafka Interview Series. Day 15. Topic: What is log retention in Kafka? Have you ever wondered what happens to the messages in Kafka after consumers read them? Does Kafka delete them immediately? Does it wait for all consumers to catch up? Or does Kafka just hold on to them forever? Welcome to one of the most misunderstood and interview-worthy features in Kafka: log retention. First things first, what is a log in Kafka? In Kafka, a log sound is not your typical error log. It's the actual storage file, where messages are appended. Each partition in a Kafka topic is essentially a commit log, a sequential, append-only structure where new records are written at the end. Now here's the twist. Kafka doesn't delete a message after a consumer reads it. Instead, it retains the data based on rules you define. That's what we call log retention. What is log retention? Log retention in Kafka refers to how long messages are stored in a Kafka topic, regardless of whether they've been consumed or not. Kafka is not like traditional message queues, where messages vanish after consumption. Instead, Kafka is more like a distributed ledger. It stores data for a configured duration or until it reaches a specific size. Retention is configurable. Kafka offers two primary retention policies. 1. Time-based retention, log.retention.hours. Messages are kept for a certain number of hours. Default is 168 hours, i.e., 7 days. You can also configure this using log.retention.ms or log.retention.minutes. 2. Size-based retention, log.retention.bytes. Once the log size crosses the specified bytes, older segments are deleted. Kafka will delete older messages once either the time limit or size limit is reached, whichever comes first. This gives you control over storage cost and data availability. Real-world analogy. Imagine your phone stores all messages for 7 days. Even if you've read them, they stay there for a week. After that, they're automatically deleted to free up space. Kafka works the same way. It retains data for a while, allowing late consumers to still access it, but eventually clears it to free up disk space. How log retention works behind the scenes. Kafka splits the log into segments. Smaller files. As data flows in, Kafka creates and fills these segment files. When a segment becomes old, based on time or size, it gets deleted. Not the entire log, just the old segments. That's how Kafka can scale to terabytes of data without crashing your disk. Interview. Pitfall: retention consumer offset. Many developers and even interview candidates confuse log retention with offset tracking. Kafka retains messages based on time size. Consumer offsets track read progress and are stored separately, e.g., in a special Kafka topic like consumer offsets. Even if a consumer hasn't read a message yet, it may still be deleted if the retention window expires. That means if your consumers are too slow, they might miss data. Retention versus compaction. Kafka also supports log compaction, which is different from retention. Retention deletes old messages based on time or size. Compaction keeps only the latest value for each key, deleting outdated ones. Compaction is useful for topics like user profiles or product catalogs, where you only need the latest update. How to configure retention per topic. You can override global broker settings with topic-level configs like bash Kafka topics, age, alter 9, topic user events size, config retention, ms 6048,000. This command sets the retention to 7 days in ms, for the topic user events. Why it matters in interviews. Expect questions like 1. Does Kafka delete messages after a consumer reads them? No. Kafka deletes messages based on retention policy, not consumption. 2. Can slow consumers lose data? Yes. If they fall behind and messages expire, they'll miss them. 3. Can you configure retention per topic? Yes. Kafka allows topic-specific retention settings. 4. What's the default retention in Kafka? 7 days, 168 hours, unless changed. Summary. Kafka stores messages for a my retention period, not based on read status. You can configure times or sizes-based retention. Retention is managed by deleting old segments, not individual messages. Retention and offset tracking are two different mechanisms. Be cautious of lagging consumers, or you risk data loss. Final thoughts. Log retention is one of the features that makes Kafka so powerful and flexible. It lets you replay data, build audit trails, and serve multiple consumers without data loss, as long as you stay within the retention window. Have you ever faced issues with log retention in production or accidentally lost data due to a misconfigured retention policy? Let's talk in the comments. Share your experience or drop your doubts. Coming up tomorrow in day 16. What are Kafka replicas? Until then, keep learning, keep sharing, keep growing. Yaro Kafka, Apache Kafka, Kafka Interview, Data Engineering, Log Retention, Streaming, Learn with Krishna Sandeep, ready for day 16. What are Kafka replicas?